Thank you for joining us for this month's episode of Fulton First Mayor's Minutes. As you can see here by our sign, the month of October is dedicated to our manufacturers, and as we go forward, we are going to have a strong emphasis and push on supporting our manufacturers and their employees and talking about all the products that are made right here in the city of Fulton and that are shipped all over the world. We're so excited to have such strong manufacturing partners right here in our community. We have quite the legacy history of manufacturing in Fulton, but we also have a great momentum forward, and that momentum forward includes Cayuga Community College's Advanced Manufacturing Institute and workforce development programs, as well as some new product lines and opportunities in the city of Fulton. So we want to continue to highlight that. While October may be dedicated to manufacturers, we want to make sure that we have a 12-month support system in place that supports our manufacturers from this point forward. So we're excited to kick this off. We're excited to be in collaboration with our local manufacturers, our workforce development, Chamber of Commerce, Center State CEO, Operation Oswego County, and all the other partners that are coming together, including our elected officials. Assemblyman Minority Leader Will Barkley has been a great support, Senator Patty Ritchie, and the governor's office has shown support for these type of initiatives. So we're appreciative, and we look forward to what the next step brings. So when you're heading out of Fulton, heading towards Clay, or you're heading towards Oswego, you'll see these billboards are up. You'll also see you'll see that we have these signs hanging in different areas throughout the city, and it's really just to really drive home that message that we do support our manufacturers and we support their employees. So take a look at that and help us to celebrate. That being said, this past weekend was our Fall Festival, and it was a huge success. We had so many vendors who were in attendance and so many of the community that came out in large groups. There was thousands of people in attendance this weekend at the Fall Festival, and we couldn't be happier with that outcome. We did have a strong emphasis and push on our manufacturers, and I'm excited to report that of the manufacturers that were there who used it as a workforce development opportunity, were able to walk away with list of individuals, some hired right on the spot at Fall Festival, others set up interviews, and then there was a list of leads of other individuals who were interested in working for these companies. So our manufacturers had a lot of success from this festival, and that's what we were really hoping for them to achieve, is to highlight who they are, what they do, what they make, and to recruit talent from the city of Fulton, and that's what they were able to do. We also had a lot of fun family events, and we learned what we did right, and we learned what we can do better going forward, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So shout out to our special events committee and our Parks and Rec department for holding the first Fall Festival and having a successful year number one. It was exciting to highlight Lake Mianawana and bring more activity around the lake, and that's exactly what we want to continue to do, is continue to bring activity in and around the lake so that we can enjoy more in the city year-round. So again, congratulations, and we're very excited about year one of Fulton Fall Festival. Circling back to early 2020, when I brought to the community's attention that I called for an audit of the State Comptroller's Office. I originally started those conversations in March of 2020, and due to the pandemic, that was delayed, and we weren't able to really get started until the end of 2020. All of 2021 has been dedicated to focusing on various aspects of that audit request. And what the comptrollers have done in 2021 has started their audit process, have done an entrance interview, have determined what the scope of the audit would be, and they have focused their attention and their audit on capital projects and managing capital projects, and what that looks like, and what we are doing well and what we can be doing better. We are at the tail end of that audit now, and we've had some preliminary discussions in the recent weeks to discuss what that exit interview is going to look like and what the outcome of the audit is going to be. So we anticipate having a final audit in place within the next couple months and the findings. I'm very pleased with the work and the collaboration that we've had with the State Comptroller's Office. I'm happy to report that there was nothing of major concern, no major red flags that have us overly concerned. However, that doesn't mean there's not some yellow caution flags that say, okay, well, we're dealing with these capital projects and how we're managing those capital projects. There's definitely room for improvement. There's things we have to do differently in terms of recording those projects. And there's some steps that we need to take immediately, and then there's going to be some suggested steps that we should take into consideration. We're doing all of that, and we'll have the final report and our response to the audit over the next couple months. We are also in the midst of budget discussions and getting ready to roll out our budget. We've started the process. It's been a discussion that's happened over the full year of 2021, but now we're really getting into the heavy discussions, that heavy lift, what the asks are from each department, what it is we can do, what we can't do, where we're going to be falling short, where some of the struggles are and the hurdles are. Let's face it, COVID-19 had an impact on everyone in the community, and the city of Fulton, city government, and the city budget is no different. We are seeing the same type of impact, and we have to determine how we're going to responsibly respond to that through our 2022 budget. So we're in the process of doing that now. We'll have more information as we go forward. The Foster Park project, in collaboration with the Rotarians and the Carpenters, is underway and should be wrapping up here any day now. Today is the last full day that we're able to do certain aspects of the project. So we have our DPW crew and Rotarians working together to get that in place. And thank you to our fire department and all the other departments, Parks and Rec, who have participated in various aspects of cleaning up the park. So we're going to now have handicap accessible walkways from the handicap parking spots to the gazebo, from the gazebo over to the ball fields. The different phases that I've seen, it looks very promising. It's a very exciting project, and it's a great collaboration within the city to show our commitment to all of those regardless of ability. So take a look at Foster Park. You should see that by the end of this week and the beginning of next week, it really coming together and the project starting to wrap up and be complete. And then in November, we're going to be rolling out a new campaign, and that campaign is going to focus on giving thanks and giving back. Excuse me. And we're going to be focusing on that aspect of our commitment to the city of Fulton and to the organizations and agencies that do so much within the city, and we want to give back and show our support. So part of those ARPA dollars that we allocated to giving back to the community, we're going to highlight that, and we're going to have a month-long campaign to focus on that giving thanks and giving back. So stay tuned for that. There'll be more information as we move forward. This is a short but to the point video this month, and as we move forward through the end of the year, we will have a much more robust, and we'll be delivering more information on budget and more information on the audit, as well as any upcoming projects that we have slated for the end of the year. Thanks again for joining in. Thank you for being a support of Oswego County Today and for these videos. We appreciate it. We'll see you next month. Thank you.